What? How long are we gonna play this game? Sony? The Sony A7c disappoints me like a duck family getting run over. It's bullshit. Today we talk about the only two positives of this camera, and one of them's a negative. And then the bunch of negatives that ruin our lives.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So we're back on the Fuji. Oh, Fuji and the Viltrox getting along together. Favorite lens for the system, 33mm. They're sending me the 56 1.4. Forget about that. My Canons are on timeout. I make video after video with them. They hunt, they second guess. Backlit situations, those cameras suck. You should be so disappointed in yourself if you bought one. This R6, give it to a camel. Maybe he'll turn it into water in his hump. So let's start off by being nice. Sony, look at you. Tiny little camera. That's like, they're lying to us. Oh, the world's smallest. The RP exists. The Sigma FP, they're both smaller and lighter. So it's just like, the show notes are like, smallest camera with IBIS. Your IBIS doesn't count. We'll get to that. But looking at it, 507 grams, and that is with the battery. I thought it might be. That's Panasonic G85 weight. Almost the same, 4 grams more. That's nothing. It's so light. And that kit lens, super light. That's almost like the Leica 15mm. It won't look as good at all. But it's amazing how small they made it. And that's a technological feat. But there was so many compromises that went into making it that small, like that stupid lens. We're already into the negatives. No, we got a flippy screen. Hallelujah. We got it. Thank you for the tiniest screen I've ever seen in my life, a 4:3 aspect ratio that I want to throw at my mom. I didn't know LCD screens came in such low resolution. I didn't know it was possible to fit so few dots. They took the same route as the Sony A7S3 sensor with giant pixels that doesn't work on the screen. I'll just say this. Fuji is like a 1.6 million dot screen. It's decent. It's not great. GH5S was similar territory. I noticed on that S1H, the 2.3 million dots, I could finally judge focus from this type of distance. I was like, okay, that's the key to life. 900, not even a million dots, the worst screen on earth. It's all used technology that they had in their dungeon basement. How many of these units did they order? They must have ordered 500 million units, and it's like, okay, we could probably use those. Recycle them for the next couple years. People don't like resolution. But to be fair, I don't think Sony really needs the high resolution screen because you know you're always going to be in focus. The auto exposure gets you pretty good, so you don't really, it just needs to be there. Just make sure my head's not chopped off by a lumberjack. But here's where things take a turn for the worst. Your Little Red Riding Hood going to Granny's house. Oh, is that a witch's house? Oh, I wonder if she has tea. Don't go to the witch's house, you stupid bitch. Before the Sony A7S III, Sony was known to have the worst IBIS ever made. Just absolutely unusable, even with a stabilized lens. You're just like, is it off? It's not off. It's the best they can do. Then Sony A7S III comes along. Oh, we cropped it a little bit. It's not digital somehow. It's a digital crop, but it's not digital. What the hell is that? But it works. It allows it to move more because they're tiny mount. It's like, okay, we'll shrink it down a bit. We're not full frame anymore. We're APS-1. And it works. Fantastic. Is that in here? No. Is it better than the A7 III, which was terrible? No, it's worse. We backed it down a notch. For vlogging. You're a vlogger. We don't know what we're doing. Are you kidding my shit right now? Worse IBIS. How? They redesigned the mechanism in a worse way. They used bungee cords from hikers that died in the mountains. They salvaged bungee cords from dead hikers to stabilize a sensor. And the rolling shutter, same shit. That makes it worse. In my opinion, autofocus is number one for vlogging. If you're out there, people say, oh, why don't you just manually focus? It's 15 feet away from me. It's a good 3 feet. You couldn't see a damn thing from that point. If you're handheld with a 15mm lens and you can touch it, okay. But on a tripod extended, no let it adjust, reach on. Not in that screen. 1 million dots, not even. So good autofocus, good IBIS, pleasing dynamic range so it's not just white sky, clipped face. And then fun slow motion modes. You don't need much to vlog your hobo life. This kit lens. Why do they keep doing this to us? Did they not watch their own reviews? They sent products out. The ZV-1, they sent it out to a bunch of YouTubers. Did they not watch what the YouTubers are doing? Did they not care? It's like, here, review it for us. I don't want to see it. No. I know the truth. Every single one of them said, oh, that's too tight. It's a bit tight, Sony. The 24mm, it should have been a 16-35, 18-50, whatever you got. I think they had a boardroom meeting about it. Didn't want to tell us, but it leaked. Sony Alpha Rumors leaked it. Unbelievable. All right, fellas, vlogging, huh? That's fun. It's so interesting to watch. People go into the store to get Starbucks in their mom's car. This is fantastic. We should create a device to capture this. How do we do it? Boss, we almost had it with the Sony A7 III. We just put a flippy screen on it. Improve the IBIS, a little digital crop in there. 10-bit. World's not gonna know what hit them. Little Starbucks vloggers. Oh, hey Karen, I didn't know you worked here. Welcome to the team. I don't like these ideas. It sounds too good. We gotta put our best foot forward, boss. No one wants a cripple camera. Let's make it. IBIS, nice kit lens. 16-35, 22.8 to 15 to make it light. You're right, Karen. I haven't been trying hard enough. In life, or at home, in bed. You should see me there. It's as disappointing as this camera's gonna be. All right, let's do it. Let's put our best foot forward. Make the best camera ever made. The Sony A7 III was good, but not good enough. Let's remove the IBIS, redesign it, but worse. Make a kit lens, real tight one, 30mm. No, that's too much. It's too obvious. 28mm, 28-60, super high tonies. Autofocus, have it struggle this time. Throw them for a loop, Sony. They'll expect it, like, oh, great out. Wait, what's happening? It'll be so fun. What do you think? Boss, you let me make this camera. I'll kill you. My hair's messy. I wasn't wearing a wig. I hired an actress. She was expensive, but worth it. So this kit lens, 100%, it's 28mm because that can be the smallest possible. They knew 24 would be too big, 20, forget about it, 18 what it should be, 16 what it really should be. They're not designing it. Even in the press text, it says, this is perfect for vlogging. Perfect in what world? How is this? This is a 28mm view. And you see nothing back there. The world is the vlog. That is the vlog. You show the world and that's fun and people in the background are waving, it's hilarious. It's like, oh, where's he? Oh, look at his city. Wow, I didn't have those kind of dumpsters in my city. I'm so jealous. Wow, look how you do things in Canada. Is that a post-mail thing? I don't know any words. Oh God. And it's not stabilized. You have the worst IBIS, and then this super light kit lens that's way too tight and not stable. So you got shaky footage of your stupid face on your way to Starbucks. I hope someone spills that drink on your white pants, you hobo bitch. They're clearly trying to design a vlogging camera, making it light, the flippy screen, but they don't give us any of the things we need. I don't understand it. Like, how can it be so confusing? It's a wide lens, better stabilization. You're done. Just like Panasonic, it's like phase detect autofocus and you're done. They're gonna make that GH6 with contrast detect, but improved this time. We really did it this time. You did nothing but disappoint us and your families. We got the old ass menus too. They said you need the new processor to have the new menu. So they didn't give us that. And that's why we still have 4K 8-bit. 8 loser bits. Who films like that? How could you do this with 8 bits? You couldn't. You couldn't. Could you? No, you couldn't. Your demon life, not documented in accuracy. That's for sure. Camera Conspiracies let pack on its way. So the old menu system, non-touch screen, back to the ancient, oh, touch the dial if you want. You removed the front dial. No custom buttons. Not that we'd really need it. I'd be fine with all of this. Minimalized, tiny EVF, I don't care if it was there or not. It's just the worst IBIS, that really gets me. And then this new lens being too tight. That's really it. I could handle the 8-bit outside. My Olympus looks fine in 8-bit. The fact that your IBIS is worse than the worst IBIS on earth, your own, that hurts. The heart. And this all comes at a pretty steep price. This $1,800, $2,400 Canadian. For this old like 2016 shit. I don't get it. I was reading EOS HD's article before this video, and he was saying like, isn't this gonna cannibalize all your aps-c cameras and the Sony A7 III? Like, what is this designed to do? And it's not even good enough to kill either, but it will. Because morons think, oh, full frame and light. Wow, oh no, why is it so shaky? Oh, help. Who in their right mind would choose the A6600 now? You have stupid aps-c lenses, tinier sensor, same basic performance though, not much cheaper. So they're killing off their aps-c with this move. I'm fine with it. I hope they do. Get rid of the aps-c lineup. I hate companies that are split both ways, and it's like, what if you're a Panasonic Micro Four Thirds loser? And like they're focusing half, probably more, like 70% of their attention's going on their full frame. It's like, what about us? You get nothing. You get 30% of Panasonic, and even their 100% isn't good enough. That's the truth. What I don't understand is why every camera release from every company plays this game of it's a bit better but worse in some ways than our last model. It's actually so much better than the A7 III on paper. But then you get it and it's like, oh, it's worse IBIS? How? Smaller, okay, cool. Oh, 1 card slot. That I don't care about. I'm happy. Save that space. But like, you suck. And it looks like the autofocus is worse, at least in Tony Northrup's video, although to be fair, every single camera he used in that video lost focus at times. The R5, y'all are telling me that, oh, you're the only one that's struggling with that. His was out of focus all the time. It's just, that's what happens outside. This is the Canon R5 dual pixel autofocus. Can't handle backlit in situations. I was facing the sun on that video to come on my other channel. I was facing the sun, but the sky was bright and it was pulsing like crazy. And that focus breathing lens was hunting in and out. It was bullshit. And also in low light, it really struggles. So Canon dual pixel autofocus has fallen behind Sony, and I can't trust Tony's judgment there. He makes every camera look so bad. My Fuji camera just shut off. 30 minutes. That's all we're allowed. I was in the middle of a rant, a Tony rant. But yeah, he seems to get the worst out of any autofocus performance. On his Fujis, like everything was hunting. Have you seen it hunt once today? This is a third-party lens. And he started off the video on a Samyang. That's just bad life decisions right there. So every system can be tweaked. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I blacked out. So bottom line here, if you're a YouTuber just doing this video, the A7c is better than the A7 III because you don't have to worry about the IBIS and you got your flippy screen. That's decent, but just it's overpriced. It's tiny. That's nice. That rhymed. I win. I'll leave on the high note. It's just that we get nothing new and some things are worse. It's not very exciting. Once you release that A7S III demon, how can we go back from that? 10 bits of glory. 4K 120p that plays smoother than anything I've ever seen. I can't wait to order it from Camera Canada. So I'll go to Camera Canada. So I think we're done. What do you think? Is this the dumbest release in the history of the game? Even though it would have been so perfect, like I said in the other video. I wouldn't even have started the channel if they released that 2 years ago. But they didn't. They waited, their time machine broke, and we all broke our hearts. So, I'm gonna leave. Thanks for watching. Buying Cameron Conspiracies t-shirt. Subscribe for more videos.